There I am on my beautiful bench, relaxing. People down in the city, though, they can't really relax. There's a lot of stress. How do you relieve that stress in your life? Well, if you can't get up to this nice hilltop, sit on this nice bench. A good way to release that tension, that stress in your life, is to exercise.
Exercise is critical because as humans, our bodies were designed to exercise. We were not designed to be couch potatoes, and when you do not exercise, your muscles deteriorate, your bones deteriorate, and your body does not work as well. People who exercise throughout life maintain their youth.
Any type of exercise is very important, and it's important to find something that you enjoy to keep you going, keep you motivated.
And we recommend 3 types of exercise. One type is aerobic exercise, which involves getting your heart rate up into your training range and doing that for a sustained period of time, several days a week. But we also recommend anaerobic exercise, or weight training, where you build up your muscles. One of the advantages with weight training is that you increase your growth hormone levels. That increases your muscle strength, increases your bone strength. So we do also a second type of exercise, which is weight training. And then the third type of exercise is stretching. We need to stretch our ligaments so that they don't become more subject to injury. You could either do stretching at home, you want to stretch before exercise, stretch after exercise, perhaps engage in a yoga class, and then also do the weightlifting and the aerobic exercise. And those 3 will keep your body youthful. So that's a critical component of your age management program.
People find all different kinds of exercise. Some people do Pilates, some people do yoga. You just have to find something that you feel is right for you. I think it's personal. It's a personal thing.
I do believe that one of the secrets to longevity and healthy longevity is movement and hard work. And when I mean hard work, I mean, yes, hard work. I think hoeing is fabulous exercise.
I tend to like active work, or work with a bit of danger in it. I think that heightens your immune system, and your morale, helps you live longer.
Yoga means union with your mind, body, and spirit. And I really believe strongly that if we can keep our bodies flexible and our minds flexible, then we have a greater ability to stay in a state of youth and vitality and health.
And in the kitchen, instead of planning everything together so you can reach here and get things real easily, I like to make it so things are spaced out, so you have to reach high and get down on your hands and knees and reach low and walk around the kitchen a lot. I have all these buildings that different activities go on, so I walk from building to building and activity to activity.
I do yoga to stretch out my tendons and ligaments and muscles and so forth. I do a form of Chinese movement called Qigong, which in a different way, a more flowing, kind of moving way, energizes me. It both calms and energizes me at the same time.
Qigong, Tai Chi is a form of Qigong. It's energy exercises which are involved in cultivating your Qi, your internal energy.
So stretching, and then there's cardiovascular, so that we get the blood flowing. Now, stretching can do a lot of that as well, but blood flow is very important because that moves a lot of the tissue juices that need to be recycled and cleaned and filtered, as well as the organs themselves that do the filtering. It helps that whole process get going.
For cardiovascular workouts, at least 3 days a week, 20 minutes at bare minimum, if not more. Strength training consisting of a weight-bearing activity or resistant band exercises, which is your anaerobic activity, at least 2 days a week. Stretching always should be done, usually at the end of your workout session, when the muscles have already been warmed up.
Stay active, stay fit. I really believe the harder you work, the better you feel, emotionally too.
I have always been a sedentary person and a reader, and consequently gained about 5 pounds a year. And when you do that for 20 or 25 years, that puts some serious weight on you. And there's no question that that I feel better when I can move better and take better care of myself. I don't always do that, bad habits, but I know it does make a difference.
And I worked in physical fitness for years, and if you stop, your body ages, so you have to keep moving, basically. Any moving, breathing, just real simple things can really help a lot in the long run.
Stop sitting around and watching TV all the time and just go out and do some stuff.
If they keep in good shape, they will get healthier, but if they don't, they'll get like less blood, and their heart will start to fall apart, and they can have an easy death.
I like to be a role model for younger women so they know that 40 is not so bad and 50 is really not bad at all. If you start young, you know, you think good, positive mental attitude. You eat healthy food. I've been a vegan since I was 27, so it's almost half my life. Physical exercise, I started working out in the gym when I was 30 years old. So since I got those three together, that has kind of given me the result that I have. And a lot of people like to think I'm 10 years younger than I am, which I think is, you know, a big compliment.
No single individuals are living to new record old ages. We're setting all these records and all these other physical activities. People are running faster and jumping higher and are pushing back the physical limits of life just routinely. But in aging, that's not happening.
We can certainly stave off some of the symptoms of the aging process. Again, there are many variables, many factors involved. Some of them are genetic, some of them lifestyle, some of them are the choices you've made throughout your life to get you where you are now.
Do genes play a role in how I age? Absolutely. There are some people who you talk to them, their grandparents lived to be 90 or 100. Their parents look young when they're in their 80s, and they look relatively young in their 50s and 60s. And there are other people who look quite old, unfortunately, in their 70s. There are some things we can't do anything about.
Aging is really a part of your life. You can't stop it.
Medicines that have been around for thousands of years are now being rediscovered and helping people deal with this natural process of aging. The Chinese knew how to age well 2,000 years ago.
Chinese medicine in general is one which is based on the premise that prevention is one of the primary methods of staving off any type of illness. In treating, we look at each individual and ideally we design a treatment strategy for that particular person. We have tools for building the body back and making it stronger, which simply don't exist in Western medicine.
For lots of people, one of the difficulties of going into the allopathic, the regular medical system, is that they only address piecemeal, kind of episodic bits of what's the matter.
Medical establishment, they're brought up, they're taught a certain thing in a certain way, and they're taught to use drugs, and they haven't been emphasizing nutrition and diet and all these things enough. So people can't be their own doctors. And that would be the best scenario, is to have everyone be their own doctor. And then go to the doctor when they needed something, and we'd all be happier.
The wrong questions get asked on regular maintenance visits, and the wrong or incomplete interventions get done when there are episodes of care, so that people go home not having physical therapy that would actually rehab them, not knowing how to eat differently. All those things are intervenable, they're fixable, but you have to have somebody help you figure out how to do it. And professional people in medical systems ought to be doing that, but they don't ask the right questions, so they don't give the right help. People make really substantial changes in their way of caring for themselves when they like and trust the goals of their healthcare provider.
You need to know what's going on. You need to choose, what treatments you can get, what good things you will get of each treatment, and decide if you want it or you don't want it.
Baby boom generation has been on the cutting edge of exploring new ways to live, new ways to think. Why not new ways to deal with aging and growing old?
The notion of holistic medicine and alternative healing was wearing pyramids on your head or crystals around your neck or chanting, and it didn't hold a really credible framework that I, as a physician, could possibly work upon that would allow me to help people in a really coherent way.
And the biggest plus in the alternative world is it says you have one life and all the pieces of it matter. For example, when I was under extra stress from radiation, I was drinking carrot juice and using ginseng and teas and visualization and meditation. And my oncology radiologist said, "You just aren't having any side effects." But it really did make a difference, and he could see the difference.
I came to realize I need to study yoga, meditation, and breathing at an institute devoted to the integration of Eastern science and Western science. And it was there that I learned about Ayurveda, homeopathy, the science of yoga, nutrition, biofeedback, and how that all integrated together within the context of a meditative tradition.
The idea of Western medicine, Eastern philosophy, homeopathic, allopathic, that these are separated and that one is better than the other, this idea has been taken over by the holistic approach of let's use whatever works.
My general attitude is to embrace both worlds of the world of allopathic medicine, Western medicine, and Eastern medicine. I don't think one is better than the other. One is more appropriate in certain circumstances.
We don't truly have anti-aging medicine because we cannot reverse the aging process. We can't even stop the aging process. But we can help patients to manage the aging process and to live healthier for the lifespan that they have. But I think with these new Bridge 2 therapies, which are coming from the biotech revolution, we will actually have anti-aging medicine. We'll be able to slow down, stop, and even reverse the aging process.